Every elite athlete in every sport peaks before their biggest performance. Sprinters taper before the Olympics, powerlifters taper before their meets, and swimmers taper before their championship swim meets. And if you're anything like I was, baseball players show up to the most important showcases of the summer doing the same exact workouts they did 3 weeks prior. And that's why most guys actually underperform at showcases when coaches are watching. Today I'm going to show you the exact showcase taper system that I use with my athletes inside the Close the Gap protocol, all the way down to the specific exercises we do, and the exact warm-up sequence that we do for the showcase itself. This is the freest sauce I've ever posted on my YouTube, and definitely the most specific thing I've ever shared on YouTube as well. Pay attention. I'm Nate Kelly, I run the Close the Gap protocol, and I work with uncommitted juniors and seniors every single day, helping them show up to their summer showcases the most dominant version of themselves. And the guys who showed up undeniable in July are not lucky. They peaked on purpose. Here's exactly how. Before I get into the system, let me explain how tapering actually works. Think of your body as a race car. Beautiful drawing, I know. All season, you've been running at absolute full throttle. Every game, practice, workout. Your engine has been going. But by the time summer showcases hit, most guys are running on fumes. Their nervous system is fatigued and their power output is down. The car's on fire, by the way. And the exit velo is lower in July than it was in February. And typically they don't know why and they just think they need to work harder. But that is not the solution. Your body does not peak or express itself from more work. It actually expresses power in peaks from the strategic reduction of work at the exact right moment. And here's the exact science behind it. When you reduce training volume while maintaining high intensity, your nervous system will get the recovery it needs, so it can fire at maximum capacity. When fatigue drops, power output rises, aka exit velocity also goes up. So volume, aka sets or reps, needs to go down, and intent, aka effort, and the weight lifted needs to go up. And this all happens in what I call the taper window, which is 2 weeks before a showcase. 2 weeks out from a showcase, your body needs one thing, and it's not more volume or more reps. It's the strategic reduction of volume, all while maintaining max 100% intent. So less work, but higher quality. That's the entire concept. Let me show you exactly what that looks like. Let's start with week 1. This is 1 week out from your showcase. You're going to drop your volume by 40%. So you're going to be doing 60% of your normal training load. For example, 10 sets will turn into 6. But here's the critical piece. Your intensity does not drop. Intensity stays the same or even increases a little bit. And all sets should be at 0 or 1 rep in reserve. If you have 0 rep in reserve, you are going until failure. If you have 1 rep in reserve, that means you have 1 rep in the tank after your set. Again, everything is maximum effort. Here's the exact programming that I like to use within week 1. First is contrast sets. They are the foundation of week 1. It's a heavy compound lift, immediately followed by an explosive plyometric. This uses post-activation potentiation, or PAP, and your nervous system fires at maximum capacity because the plyometric captures that window right after the heavy compound. My favorite is the deadlift contrast set. First is your heavy deadlift. 0 or 1 reps in reserve. This should be heavy. From there, you're gonna walk immediately into your box jump. Max height, max intent, 3 reps. From there, you're gonna grab some dumbbells and do a set of 3 weighted jumps. This is light load, but max velocity, max intent, and max height. Then you're gonna walk over to your band assisted jump. For 3 reps, again, absolute max height, max intent. You're gonna perform 3 sets of this total. The heavy deadlift loads your nervous system. The box jump captures that loading. The weighted jumps transfers that into velocity. And the banded assisted jumps teaches your nervous system what maximum output actually looks and feels like. But I also like to use a rotational and horizontal variant. If you noticed, the deadlift version was mainly vertical force. So we have to load these other planes as well. Some of my favorite exercises include the triple broad jump, 360 med ball toss, and bounds, just to name a few. And we definitely cannot forget about the upper body. I like the repeat push press, pin bench paired with a med ball chest pass using that PAP, and pin squat or pinned split squat, which can also be paired with that band assisted jump. Finally, here are my swing specific pairings and exercises that I like to use in my program. Overload, underload, 5 heavy bat swings paired with 5 light bat swings. Again, we're using PAP here so your nervous system can express that power output. Overcoming rotational isometrics paired with repeat PVC pipe swings. Now here's a key for all of week 1. Morale is high, energy is also super high. Every session feels good. You really shouldn't be grinding through, you should be priming your nervous system. You should feel powerful, activated, and ready to go. Now let's look at week 2. Volume drops again, but this time we're going all the way down to 40%. But this time, and I gotta stress it again, intensity is all the way up through the roof. 10 out of 10 effort, no exceptions. We're not really building in week 2, we're just expressing everything we have built. Here's an example workout I would program inside week 2 for Monday's primer. First, we're gonna start with a deadlift contrast set that we went over. Then we're gonna hit 2 sets of triple broad jumps, 3 sets of 360 med ball throws, then overload, underload swings. So this is Monday, the very beginning of week 2. This is really the last time we're gonna see these exercises, as we start tapering off into more primer-specific movements. Now let's look at Wednesday. This is 2 days before the showcase. We're gonna start with 2 sets of 5 for band-assisted jumps, 2 sets of downhill sprints, and 2 sets of just underload swings. That's really it, and this will take you like 20 minutes. Let's look at Thursday, the day before the showcase. This is the most important day and the most important primer of the week. 2 sets of punch row rotate, 1 set of med ball keg toss, 1 set of med ball shuffle throws, 1 set of banded triple broad jumps, as well as banded sprints, wrapping it up with a PVC pipe isometric plus repeat swings. That entire primer will take about 20 minutes. You should feel loose, fast, powerful, and ready to go. Finally, I want to show you guys what a proper showcase warm-up actually looks like. Most guys show up, they take a few swings, maybe jog down from the foul line, and they think they're warmed up, ready to go. And guys, honestly, that's leaving exit velocity on the table, though you may not think it is. I like to use the RAMP method. It stands for raise, activate, mobilize, and potentiate. Raise is just 5 minutes of light movement to get the blood flowing, increasing heart rate and core temperature. This is your jogging, skipping, arm circles, high knees. Activate is specific muscle activation that you will be using in your performance. So glute activation, think banded clamshells or glute bridges. Think of your thoracic spine, T-spine rotations, or what I call T-spine moon. Your T-spine's gotta be mobile before you ask for it to be explosive. And then I like to throw in some hip flexor activation. Next is mobilize. You gotta be able to move through your full range of motion at moderate speed. Hip cars, hip up and overs, shoulder cars. Potentiate is where we get our central nervous system ready to fire. This is your triple broad jumps, sprints, banded sprints, med ball rotational throws, or that keg toss we mentioned earlier. PVC pipe swings as well. You just primed your central nervous system to produce maximum force. And you did that right before your showcase. So think about how that's gonna translate when you hit your rounds of BP, when you try to go for your top EV. And that is the RAMP warm-up. 20 minutes, do this before every single showcase, every single time. Now here's where I gotta be honest with you. You just got a very specific showcase tapering protocol. But here's what this video cannot give you. It can't tell you what your specific volume baseline is. It can't tell you your deficiencies. And it definitely doesn't know your training history. It can't tell you whether you're force or velocity deficient and how that might affect your taper protocol. And it can't adjust your primer workout based on your central nervous system fatigue, and it definitely cannot fix your mechanics. So you have to build the foundation underneath it correctly. If you've been training random, then your taper is also gonna be very random. And that gap is exactly what the Close the Gap protocol closes. If you're a junior or senior with summer showcases coming up, and you wanna show up to those showcases as the most dominant and explosive player possible, apply for the Close the Gap protocol in the description. Let's fix your foundation first. Stand out, don't settle.